So what is this burning question that you guys have all been asking me? Right here, I'm going to answer for you today. And the question is, Sonia of Milkshake Paint Company, what is the difference between your Milkshake Milk Paint and your Chalky style paint? Have you ever wondered that before? The very first answer when I get that question is I say to somebody, well, if you're trying to decide what paint to use, what sort of finish do you want to achieve? Because everybody has a different idea, a different level of distressing, a different level of, you know, faux effects that they want in their piece. Some people want heavy, some people want very light. So it comes down to you. Ask yourself the question of, am I trying to go for a piece that looks super worn and used and, you know, really just has seen ages and ages of use? Or am I looking to do a piece that I can control more and maybe just do a little bit? I don't know, I'm not too sure how much distressing I want to do, okay? That's kind of going to decide for you the Chalky style or the milk paint side. So right here, if you take a look, last night on our Facebook page, we painted this one together right here. We did this in the milk paint, and the biggest difference is the milk paint is unpredictable, okay? So if you've looked on the front of our milk paint before, you're gonna see Miss Petunia over here. Come in and take a look at her. She's a cute little monkey, all right? But she's a bad monkey because she just does not listen, all right? It's hard to control her, so I always liken our Milkshake Milk Paint. And by the way, when you hear the word milkshake, the reason why is when you work with milk paint, which is you do half of your paint pigment, half water to be able to get the base consistency of the milk paint that you want, it will be the consistency of a milkshake. So Miss Petunia is on here holding a milkshake in her hand. But you notice she also has her paintbrush in her tail. She's doing a handstand. I think we just heard I think we just caught that on video, guys. For those of you who are watching us, we are located in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, and believe it or not, this is the site of like the French-Indian War way back when. There's a fort here and a museum, and so every now and then they fire cannons. And so I think everybody else in the space here, Adam, Kate, you still okay? Yeah. Scare you to heck to death? So that happens. So we'll have to listen back and see how much of a boom. You can really feel it if you're in the space as well. So Miss Petunia here, she's got her paintbrush in her tail. She's wearing a tutu. She has got a rosette in her hair because she's kind of fragile, right? She chips, she cracks, she does all kinds of fun stuff, but she's also spontaneous. And so if you are open for spontaneity, I think that's the word, spontaneity in your life, and you're okay with, like, I really love that super old chippy look. You know the look that you see on old pieces where you literally see the pieces fall off of it, and it might even be around the piece because it chips and it cracks, but the difference is on the authentic stuff, chances are it's lead paint. Hello, this is all natural, non-toxic, so it's a great way to achieve that look without having to worry about any health effects, right? So you can get beautiful, chippy, time-worn furniture. So she's fragile in the fact, and she's just very spontaneous in the fact that you just never know what she's going to do, okay? So that's why I say at the very beginning, what's the look that you're trying to achieve? If you really want chippy and old and crackle and you're down with anything, easy to distress, this is gonna be your paint, okay? So take, for example, let's walk around the shop a little bit and I can really show you some examples of like maybe the difference between Chalky style and our Milkshake Paint to really kind of bring it home to you. So last night when we finished this piece here, you can tell it's really, really done in a very uber distressed fashion. Do you see this kind of like what I call like crocodile skin right here, the cracking that you're seeing right here? This is like parts that really, really chipped off of it right here. Because I did it with the milk paint, I never know where these places are gonna hit, right? It's just fun. And I always encourage you guys not to, you know, not to like force dry it, but if you can just let it air dry and just watch the reactions happen. So like, let's come over here and take a look at this right here as well. You can see some yummy, yummy chippiness that occurred right here. Do you see all that? You're not gonna get that with Mr. Pickles, okay? Petunia is the girl that chips and crackles, is unpredictable, and does these amazing effects. And so, if you are looking for uber, beautiful, yummy, distressed, and chippy, then Miss Petunia is gonna be your gal, okay? And just a tip that the more glossy your surface, the more she likes to not behave. She's like the little girl that you put on a timeout chair and you say, stay there, little miss, and next thing you know, you turn your back and she wants to jump right back off, okay? So the more shinier your piece, the more she acts up. So if you want to decrease the chippiness, I would maybe just do a light sand, a light buff of some of the areas just to help her hold on a little bit tighter. And then if you ever want her to sit still a little bit more, that's when you use what's called our extra bond. Let's go over here and I'll show you what that is. This is the extra bond right here that you use with our Milkshake Paint, and you'll see right on it, it says, use it to improve adhesion on non-porous surfaces. So if Miss Petunia here is going on some wood, she's gonna suck in, right? But if you have maybe a shiny surface, because not all surfaces are created equal, so you know already you're starting with a surface that has no wood pores, that's super shiny, you may, bless you, you may wanna put a little extra bond into your paint. So create your paint by using half of the paint powder with the milk to be able to get the consistency that you want, and then put a little bit of, like, I just do that pretty much a glug, glug, glug. That's pretty much it, right? Now it gives you the full directions on the back, but just add a little bit and you're good to go. Mix it all in and then go ahead and paint. So let me show you another project that I did with the milk paint. So this is a piece that I did as well on our Facebook page, and I did I'm using, let me think here. I think I used our wild salmon, which, come take a look. By the way, we have 20 colors of milk paint. It's amazing. And you can blend the milk paint powder to be able to create your own shades, which is kind of what I did here. But I used the base of wild salmon. I think I put some white into it to get a little bit more of this lighter coral color. And then I forget what I used, one of the blues, and I added some white to it again. Some of the iceberg white milk paint mixed in with, like, for example, the ocean blue. Mix it up, then add your water, and then you have your own custom color, okay? So this is what this is. Now I actually purchased this tray, I want to say at a thrift store for like maybe $2 or something like that, and I use it to be, it actually smells really good because I put my warming tarts on here, I put my tart warmer on here, and it sits in my shop and makes my shop smell all yummy-fied. But you can see here, I also use the Chippy Hippie with it, which is something that you can use with our milk paint that we've designed to work with it to be able to create this really cool layering effect as well. So come take a look in here. Do you see all this? Again, this is the milk paint style that you're going to get, okay? So if you want to definitely, you know, control a little bit more of the funkiness that can happen, if you're not sure of Miss Petunia, what she's going to do. So if you want to make her hold on, make sure you use the extra bond. If you want her to go a little bit more, we'll call it funky-fied, all right? Use the Chippy Hippie juice, and then she behaves even more sporadic, okay? So this is like giving her sugar, all right? That's probably pretty much the equivalent. Give Miss Petunia sugar. And she does all these wild things as well. And then I love to distress, and then you can seal with our Monkey Shine for things that are interior, going in your space that's not high traffic. Watch the vlog that I have up here that says, how do I know when to seal with Monkey Shine or when to seal with Banana Peel, which is right here. Okay, so yes, you can use either on top of our milk paint. So depending on, watch that vlog, and then depending on how you're using it, that will help you figure out what you need, all right? So hopefully that was a good idea of how milk paint works for you. I think I have one more drawer here behind you that's sitting on the floor. Let's take a look down here. Go way down. Can you see here as well? This one was also done with a milk paint. So our milk paint dries nice and flat and matte, which is what I love. Gives you that time-worn look. It's very, very easy to distress and also does some really fun effects. And so I think that in the shabby painting world, there is lots of room for our Milkshake Milk Paint. All right, let's go over here and talk about the Chalky style. Mr. Pickles, on the other hand, now Kate's got the hiccups. You've been sneezing, we've heard a can, and now she's got the hiccups. This is real life at the Junk Monkey. So, and it's a team effort behind the scenes here. So Mr. Pickles here, he's hanging on to the paintbrush, right? You see how he's hanging on? He's got the muscles. He's like hanging, right? You know what I mean? And he, wherever you put him, is gonna stay put. So Mr. Pickles here, he is great for wood, fake wood, metal, glass, all those sorts of things. And you can do some pretty cool effects. And so if you are like, I know a certain look I'm going for, I'm not gonna be spontaneous. I want to have a little bit more control over where I put the paint and what it does, and I'm going to manually do the faux effects versus waiting for a reaction to occur. He's going to be your guy, okay? And this is really easy because this Mr. Pickles, he's a grab and brush and go bananas versus putting some water in to be able to use in the milk paint. Just to let you know, the milk paint is actually good indefinitely as long as you don't get it, like if it doesn't come in contact with heat or moisture or something like that, right? So just store it in a nice, cool, dry place and you'll be good. So Mr. Pickles here, I can go ahead and I can combine him with our other colors as well. Right now we have, what is it, Kate? 25 colors, I feel like, and we're always adding more. So yeah, 20 milk paint colors, 25 Chalky style paint colors as of this video. But I know that if you're watching this video down the road, that there will be more, okay? Add it, because that's what we do with the Junk Monkey. So these are some projects that we've just done recently. By the way, I have these books on here. I love to use my Chalky style paint to paint like books that would have been thrown away. That's also a fun thing that you can do. But take a look at this example right here. So we did a very, very distressed look using our Chalky style paint. This is actually, we used the black velvet for the black back here to create some planks in here, because this piece was just completely one big laminate piece of brownie frowny, and so we really brought it together to make it look you know, very, very nautical, but also very like weathered and time worn. And this is how we blend, okay? So if you're following us on Facebook, you'll see lots of great live videos over there. And then here's another one that we did. Can you tell that I love the ocean? As an island girl, I'm just gonna tell you, there's always space in my world to paint some stuff with some blues and to do lots of distressing. So here's a mermaid one that we just finished up in the last few days. Right now we are painting this week we're doing a furniture challenge, 5 days this week, painting a piece of furniture. So the paint is gonna stay on where I want it to stay on, but what I'm gonna do to be able to create this sort of chip effect, okay? And it's not really a chippy, it's more of a distressed, right? Because the difference is this paint is not going to chip. So let's reserve that word chippy for Miss Petunia in the Milkshake Milk Paint, okay? But how you get the distressing right now is you're gonna put your paint on. I love to use my shabby chip brush. If you guys go over to junkmonkeypaint.com, you'll find all of our paints over there, including my favorite brush and sealers, right? And also there's a section called Sonia's Favorite Things where I hook you guys out with my favorite things that every shabby painter needs to have. So what I would do is put my paint down and then do a little bit of distressing, okay? So these are 2 pieces that we did recently where we did a really cool blend of the paints. They stay put where you put them down, you let them dry, then you can distress and then you can seal, okay? Way to go. All right, we're ready to see some more? Ready to see some more? All right. Fun thing is that whether you're using the Chalky style paint or whether you're using the milk paint, you can also age it and antique it. So we teach you guys how to make your own, with our Monkey Shine, to be able to like create your own whatever version or color you want. Add some milk paint dry pigment into your Monkey Shine to be able to create that. Or you could also use our glaze as well, okay? So here's an example of something that was painted in what's called our Crazy Eyes, which is a really cool orangey reddish kind of color. And I darkened it. So can you see here how it really antiqued, right? So you can do that on top of it, but I chose to go ahead and use Chalky style paint on here and then distress to whatever I want to distress it with, right? So right behind you, I'll show you my door as well. Come over here, guys. Come over here. So we also painted live this awesome door right here. It was all black, dented and dinged up, nothing special about it. And then we used our Chalky style paint to be able to do a blend and make it sort of look this like grayish brown stone, heavier sort of door, right? And so that's always fun. By the way, here's a little peek right here. All right, party in the back and business in the front. So how fun is that? Love, love, love. So you can have tons of fun with all your paint colors. And before I go, I'll leave you with as well, if you want to kind of see what those Chalky style paint colors look like, there you go. That's the current 25 that we do have. And remember, you've just seen the milk paint ones over there as well. So which colors are you guys loving? Which colors are you guys loving? Find it at junkmonkeypaint.com and have lots of fun. Here's an example of a door that has Paris gray with some black glaze onto it. And just know as well that you can also have lots of fun with doing fun effects and just doing lots of fun things like this, right? Cabinet doors are awesome. I use them for samples. I use them for signs, chalkboards, you name it. So much fun. Which, by the way, watch my blog on here on how to create a chalkboard too, because that will be really helpful to you. So I hope that helps you guys out. So the big difference, you know now why I say when people ask me, what is the difference, Sonia, between Chalky style paint and your Milkshake Milk Paint, right? I'm gonna look back at you and I'm gonna say, what is the desired effect that you are trying to achieve? So now you know. Thank you guys for joining me here on my vlog. We do uploads every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday where we DIY. I give you great information, painters, tips, and techniques. And we also take you with us, show you a day in the life here of what goes down behind the scenes at the Junk Monkey, as well as just even take you on a great road trip. So thank you for hanging out with me. This is Tuesday right now, uploading this vlog, so I'll see you again tomorrow on Wednesday. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up, love and subscribe to our page, please. Leave a comment below. That would be the bee's knees, because you're awesome. All right, make it great. See you later. Bye.